What's up, guys? It's Spencer here from 916 RV Rentals, and today we're going to be doing the orientation and the training video for our 2022 Sunset Trail. So if you're getting this video or watching this video, there's a good chance you're watching it the week or so before your trip. So two things. First off, thank you so much for your business. I appreciate it. It really means a lot to me. I've had a lot of really great renters that take care of these units. And secondly, I want you guys to know that I'm committed, before, during, and after your trip to help you guys out. So if you have any questions, feel free to let me know. Call, text, talk to me about it at the pickup, or when you're on your trip, you can call or text me, and I'll make sure you're taken care of. Okay. I guess thirdly, and most importantly, it's my job as a manager to go over everything to the best of my abilities, okay? Every feature on the unit, and ultimately it's your job as a renter to obtain that knowledge and to understand how to properly use everything and safely use everything, okay? So what that means is if you have any questions, like I said, let me know and I'll make sure you're taken care of, okay? So we're gonna go over the exterior first, and then once we're done with that, we'll head inside, go over all the features inside, and we're not going to go over how to hitch it up. That'll be probably a different video that'll go over how to hitch up a travel trailer properly. And we're not going to really go over the black tank fully. But as far as the other stuff here, so on the front we do have the electric tongue jack. There's a little cover here just to make sure it doesn't get sun damaged and stuff. So you can take this off. If you take it off, just make sure to tighten it back on so it doesn't get lost. But there is an up and a down, okay? There's also a light on and a light off, okay? If this is on here, sometimes, you won't know if the light is on. It'll just kill your battery. So make sure you have that off, okay? And then you can use the up and down there. So I'm going to put this back on. Open it up a little bit. Okay. I'll try to, okay. Okay, cool. And then I'm going to tighten it so it doesn't fly off for somebody. You have two propane tanks here. If you open these up, okay, to look at your propane tanks, your work, or anything in here, make sure that you close them. Make sure that you close this lid tightly. If you don't, it's going to fly off, and they're kind of pricey, so you don't want to do that, okay, when you're driving, okay? You can also just lift it up and do that number if you want, okay? I always put a good amount of propane in these things for you guys. It's pretty rare that someone runs out. So I turn them both on. They're auto switching, auto regulating, stuff like that, okay? Here's your battery disconnect. You're going to leave that on for pretty much your entire trip. I'll have it on and ready for you before you take off, and then I'll turn it off when you bring it back and I do my thing on it. So there's that. If you're going to rent a solar panel from me, or you're going to bring one of your own, there's a solar plug right here that you can plug into, okay? It's really awesome. If you don't have power, I highly recommend it. Here's your first side of the pass-through storage. I want to go over these locks, okay? They're kind of interesting design. They go up and then you kind of press them down, okay? They're like partially magnetized, okay? So when you go to close it, you have to lift it up, okay? Don't just close it or rip it down. It'll break the pin, all right? So in here, you have, you'll have a bunch of these. Right now I'm using a lot of them for the tongue jack up there and for leveling. But this is what you can use to level the trailer left to right, okay? When you get to a campground, you always have to level left to right first, because you have to drive up on something to level left to right, okay? Leveling front to back is easy. You can just use the tongue jack, okay? So before you unhitch the trailer from your vehicle, make sure to do two things. First, level left to right, and then second, chalk your wheels on both sides, okay? You got to chalk your wheels. If not, what happens when you disconnect your trailer from your vehicle, and the trailer decides to roll away, right? So make sure to put this in here. You're going to tighten these down until it presses really hard up against these two wheels, okay? I always say get it snug and then go about 3 or 4 more, okay? And then to take them off, you just spin the wrench and go the other way, okay? One for each side. Other things in here, you've got your hitch and sway bar, or your stabilizer and stuff. I'm not going to go over any of that in this video, okay? Put this back, close this down. The last thing you're going to do before you go in the trailer is bring your stabilizers down, okay? This is something that you do not want to do until you are absolutely leveled and everything's good to go and you're about to head inside the trailer, okay? Leveled front to back and left to right, okay? If you do it premature and you bring these out while you're still moving all your other jacks and getting things level, you will, I can almost promise you, you're going to bend or break these, and they're not cheap, okay? So I would just highly recommend that you do that right before you head inside the trailer, okay? So I'm going to bring them back up, okay? There's one set up front, and then there's one set up in the back, okay? These are stabilizers. These are not levelers, okay? So they're going to come down. You'll put a little pressure on the ground, and that's it, okay? We'll go over, this is your heater, so they have some hot air come out of there. You have your satellite and your cable TV, some power. If you're hooked up to power or a generator, that'll work there. Here is your outdoor kitchen or prep area. So we'll lift that up and then kind of make sure that gets locked in there. Here's your 120 volt fridge. So if you're on shore power or hooked up to power, this will work. You know, you can change the thermostat inside and stuff. Here, you can open this, bring this out nice and easy. You don't want to break these drawer slides off. Okay, so come nice and easy, lock it in there, lock it in here, and you have this. You have this grill here. Okay, you have a little windscreen. You can put right there. Okay, just like that. And you have a grill. Okay, to hook it up to propane, you need to get this little guy, your propane hose, and plug it into the quick connect right there, okay? It plugs in right there. Then you can turn that switch and you'll have propane. You'll need to prime this hose for about 20 seconds and then it'll ignite, okay? If for some reason this igniter doesn't work here, okay, you can use a manual lighter, okay? But it should work. Close that up, okay? Bring in the latch. Bring in the other latch here. Okay, go in nice and easy with it. No need to break the drawer slides. Lock it. Good to go. Sweet. You also have a light in there. You have some power. Okay. I'm going to release it over here. Kind of drop it down. Close it. Okay. Good to go. So here's your other stabilizers in the back. Okay. When you go to pack the trailer up and you're going to head out, the first thing you want to do, okay, last up, first, last down, first up, okay? First up would be the stabilizers, okay? Make sure to pull those up instantly, okay? Before you go and start taking your wheel chocks off and, you know, removing the tongue jack and hitching it up, because if you don't, you're going to bend and break something. So, cool. If you got a cute little dog, look at this little thing. You can put your leash there. Alright, this unit is pet friendly, so it's pretty cool. We'll go around to the other side. We're going to go over, we'll do electrical first because it's the first bin on top. So electrical right here. Open it up. So we'll take all this back here. So you have your electrical cord that'll plug in here. It'll turn. The other side will go to your campsite, or it can go to your generator by using this adapter. Right? If your generator's been approved by us to use, you can use this. Or for one of our rental generators, this is what you'll use. If you want to plug into your house, you can use this adapter. Okay? You can use an extension cord plugged into your house or something. Now, this doesn't mean that it'll run the AC, because your house breaker might not have enough amperage for the air conditioner on board. But you know, if you are parked at home, you can use all the other stuff with this adapter. So you'll put everything back in there nicely when you're done. Okay, we'll go over the water hoses next. Okay, Okay, so in here you've got a hose right here, you've got a water filter and a water regulator. Okay, this little brass thing right here. Okay, the fresh water connection is right here, the city water connection. All right, it is not this one. This is for dumping in the black waste tanks. Okay, nor is it this one. This is for just filling your freshwater tanks. I'll go over that in a second. So this is for a city water connection if you're plugging into a hose bib. Okay, so plug the hose in there. Okay, and then you'll route it down through here, and then usually I'd recommend to put this, the water filter and the regulator, somewhere close to the hose bib. Okay, if it's a weird angle, you can use one of these. Okay, you can kind of screw this on here, and it'll help get that angle, whatever you need over there at the campsite. Okay, so there's that. Good freshwater hose there. You don't want to worry about that. That's something else. Okay, I'm gonna put this in here. Back here, you also have a 90 degree for your sewer and some gloves. We'll go over that in a second, briefly, very briefly. Okay, so we've gone over the city water connection. So if you don't have city water and you don't have a hose bib to plug into, you're just like maybe out, in the middle of nowhere camping or something, you can fill your water tanks. I think this has like a 40 or a 50 gallon water tank on board. This is non-pressurized water. It says it on the cap right here. I'm pretty sure you have non-pressurized water, and you'll just fill the tank until it starts bubbling out a little bit. Okay, that being said, you can't fill these at a very, very high rate. You can't put a really high pressure hose in here, because it can back up a little sooner. So just a moderate rate of water, to fill up your tanks. And then you can also monitor the level inside so you know when it's full. Okay, so there's that. All right, so we'll go back here. Here's your fridge and your freezer. Sometimes there's some water that'll drip out of there. That's totally normal. Okay, we're gonna go over the tank very briefly. When it comes to dumping and stuff like that, you guys are responsible to make sure the tanks come back dumped, unless you paid for a prepaid dump. So you have your black tank and your gray tank here. Okay, you're going to grab your 3-inch sewer hose out of the bumper, take the cap off, plug the sewer hose in. On the other end, you'll have a 90 degree connector that'll go into the ground. Okay, you'll pull your black first. Always do the black first. Okay, while the black is open and it's flowing, you're going to go over here. Okay, to this one. Okay, it's a black tank flush. This one right here that says caution. Okay, it's just saying caution. Make sure that is open first. If it's not open, it'll blow up the plumbing. Okay, and you'll plug in the freshwater hose here. This is a sprinkler system inside the black waste tanks. Okay, so you want to make sure to plug a hose in here for about 3 to 5 minutes. Maybe 5 to 10 minutes, and just let it do its thing, and then turn it off. And then you'll come back over here. And wait for it all to start, wait for all the black to stop dripping out. Once you don't hear or feel anything coming out, you can close it. And then you can open the gray. The gray is the sink and the shower water, okay? And that'll all come out. Once you stop hearing that, drip, then you can close it. You can also, and you should also use the meters inside to let you know when the sensors are reading empty. So that's just a little bit of the sewer. We can go over that later. You can watch videos of that on YouTube or whatever you need to do. Okay, so that's it for the exterior. We're going to head inside. Okay, so here's a little handle for you guys. Open the door here. Open this all the way up. Okay, kind of hits the awning arm a little bit. Okay, here is how you open the get the stairs down. You gotta kind of move this lever one way or the other. Okay, watch it as it comes down nicely. It'll come down like this, and as you can tell, it's not sitting right. Okay, because the ground's all in level, and it's going to be like that for you as well. Even if I were to move this to a perfectly level campsite, you're always going to have to adjust these little legs. Okay, so on this one, there's a little pin here. Okay, there's a pin on the other side as well. Don't lose it, but you'll pop it out. Okay, and then you'll adjust it. In this case, I'm going to have to come up. Okay, actually on this one, it's probably going to have to sit pretty low like that. And then you can put it back. Okay. This one's a little trickier. It's probably the trickiest one out of all my units. The other ones, they're all automatic. This one you have to use these little pins. So, just like that. Okay. You got to make sure these are adjusted right. If they're too low, it's going to hang and can pull out the stairs from the floor. If it's too high, the door won't close. It'll hit right here. Okay. So get those adjusted properly, and then yeah, we'll head inside here. Close these. Okay, sweet. So we're going to work on the convenience panel up here. So I'll trade you spots. So first thing we're going to do is we'll turn the lights on. There's a light switch here. There's another light switch for the bedroom. There's another light switch for the blue accent light under the bed. Okay, so let's bring out the slide. There's slide in and slide out. This is a big slide room here. I always recommend that when you bring the slide in, or you bring the slide out, or the awning in or the awning out, or if you're backing the trailer into a campsite or something, always have a spotter. Okay, it's just good practice. Fortunately, at this moment, I haven't had any damage with backing or slides in or awnings in or out, stuff like that. So always have a spotter. You never know when there's going to be bikes, kids, kayaks, cars, big boulders, trees, stuff like that that's going to be in your way. So, okay, so I'm going to bring this slide out. In this case, I'm at my facility. I know I got nothing over there. I can see out the window. I've allotted myself enough space between myself and my next RV over there. So I'm going to bring the slide all the way out. I usually always tell people to, bring the window up too so you can see your spotter and whatnot. So we'll bring this all the way out. This is a really large slide. It's super awesome. Okay, cool. So we're all the way out now. Cool. So we have our slide out. We'll go over the awning. There's an awning retract and an awning extend. Okay, retract and extend. To bring an awning out, you need to extend it. Okay. To bring an awning in, you need to retract it. Okay. Super simple. Okay. So I'm gonna extend it. Also, actually, I'm going to bring it in for a second. I have this door open a little bit. The awning arm is going to hit it, so you make sure the door is closed so the awning arm can extend. So I'm going to extend it out. Okay, good. I always watch. Whenever I'm moving something in the trailer, I always watch to make sure I'm good. Okay, there you go. I'm just going to bring it out a little bit, but yeah. And then we go to bring it in, awning retract. Okay, so yeah, I'm going to close this. Okay, so there's that there. Other things on this convenience panel, we have the battery. Okay, so if you hold battery, it shows us at 2/3 right now. It's because I've been operating in it for the afternoon. Fresh water is showing 1/3. So this is where you would check to see how much water you have on board if you weren't hooked up to city pressure. You have your black tank, which is empty. I just emptied it. Black 2 is not a thing on this trailer. Gray 1 is empty. And grade 2 is not a thing on this trailer, okay? You have your awning light. You got your water pump. So right now, I'm not on city water pressure. So I turn the water pump on, and I have water pressure, okay? Right there. If I were to turn it off, I lose water pressure, okay? So you need to have the water pump on if you are, if you're boondocking or dry camping, okay? Don't run the water pump or any of the water heater without any water in the tank. It'll burn it up, okay? If you're dry camping, you're going to turn on the gas water heater, okay? You have to have your propane on, and it'll take about 20 minutes or so to warm up the water. If you have full hookup and you're on hookup to power, you can turn on the electric water heater, okay? That we don't have to burn your propane, okay? You know, if you want fast, you know, hot water fast, you can turn them both on for a little bit, but don't leave these on if you're not really using it. Usually I tell people to turn them on in the morning, turn them on in the afternoons when they're going to use hot water. You know, cooking, showering, stuff like that. Tank heaters, that's for winter snow camping. You're generally not going to have to worry about that, okay? So cool. That's the whole convenience center there. Down here, here's kind of where we have our cleaning supplies. So we have our, we'll always have our mop pads in here. We'll have a little broom, okay? We'll have trash bags, multi-purpose cleaner, disinfectant, a little trash bin, stuff like that. So before you bring the trailer back at the conclusion of your trip, it does need to be swept with the mop, okay? Highly recommend sweeping it at least twice. Once won't do very much. And when you're done, it does also need to be mopped, okay? So I always tell people that one mop does absolutely nothing. Two mop pads, you know, will get it a little bit clean, but I always recommend using 3 or 4 mop pads, okay? That way you can tell it's actually clean. So there's that. And the Swiffer pads are down there. This multi-purpose cleaner is what you're going to use to spray on everything in the trailer. You can just wipe it down with paper towels or microfiber or any sort of cloth, okay? So there's all that. We'll go over the fridge here. So these are plastic handles, so you want to be gentle with them, okay? You can open them like that, okay? To turn it on, it'll be on when you know, before you can pick up the RV, but you hold that button right there. Right now it's on auto, okay? And it just switched to propane, okay? Because I'm not plugged into shore power. Okay, this is your thermostat. That's how you change it. Okay, I can switch it to, you know, power, but I'm not plugged into power, so it won't work. See, it's just faulted. Okay, propane. Okay, so I do have propane, so it went back and it ignited. So usually you're just going to leave it on auto. Okay, I'm going to turn it off for now, though. Hold it. Okay, off. Cool. We'll go over the thermostat right here. So click this button to, you know, go through the fan speeds. Then you go to cool, or you can go to the heater right there. Okay, I'm going to turn it off because I don't need the heater. It's 100 degrees right now, and I'm not hooked up to power, so I don't have AC. So I'm just going to turn that off. Okay, off. Cool. You have a couple light. You have one light here for the dinette. We're going to go over. Hate to say it, but probably my least favorite dinette table. It's not my favorite, but the dinette itself is probably one of my favorites. It's very, very large. It's a super slide. So in order to use this dinette table, well, first off, this is in the bed form. So if you want to turn this into a bed, you know, bring these out, lay them here, and it turns into a bed really nicely. Okay, but for the dinette, you take this thing and you put this here like that, and then I kind of step on it to make sure it's in. Okay, and then you can set this on here. Okay, it's just not very conventional to me. It's not my favorite. Okay, you can tighten it down, but it's not always the tightest. Sometimes it feels a little loose, even though it's in. So just be very careful with that. Okay, I'm gonna leave it up for now. When you travel, though, it does need to be laid down in the stored position. This, I think, is empty. Maybe there's a coffee maker in there. Okay, this one is empty right there. Right here, this is all empty storage for you. Okay, here's all your fuses and circuit breakers. If you have any power issues, I can help you troubleshoot there. We'll just keep going this way. We'll go to the bathroom here. So there's a light switch right there on the right. Got hand soap in there for you guys, storage. All your toilet paper is down there, a little first aid kit. Here's the shower. This must have fallen. Sometimes these fall off in transportation. So we'll kind of clip that up in there. To flush the toilet, you just hold down here. I turned the water pump off, so there's no water right now. You have 2 bunks. I'm going to tie this up here. Okay. Got the 2 bunks in here.
super awesome. These also, they have lights. They also have, also have these nice lights here that you can change the colors or do whatever. Some of my other units have them too, but this is really cool. Kids love these. So there's two remotes. So in here, there's just a little bit of storage. Some paper towels in there. Empty. This has nothing in that one either. Empty here. These might have a little games, and then an extra curtain there for you. You need it. TV. There's tons of storage back here, so you can take a peek. However, just don't forget stuff. I feel like people forget stuff back there all the time. You have to come back and grab it. Okay. So this right here, please raise glass before cooking on burners. Okay, with 3 exclamation points. You know they were serious. Okay. So if this gets hot, okay, in any way, shape, or form, okay, from the stove, it'll blow up. Okay, it'll turn into a little bomb. It'll shoot tempered glass all over the place. So you need to lift it before using. Okay, set it right there, and then you have to let it cool down before you bring it back down again. Okay, you don't want these to be super, super hot. Bring it down, and it could still cause an issue. Okay, so to turn these on, you just do this. Okay, you're good to go. Okay, same goes for the stove. You can do this. Sometimes this igniter won't light it, in which case you'd have to just use, turn it on to ignite, and then use a manual lighter down there. Okay. Oh. Okay. Sweet. So there's that. You got your microwave, your light, your fan there. Okay, you got a bunch of paper, plates, bowls, and cups up there. Over here, you got a bunch of pots, pans, strainers, cutting boards, silverware, a bunch of gadgets, hot pads, stuff like that. This is Velcroed down right here, the knife set, so you're not going to need to worry about that. Let's head on over to the main bedroom. Right now it just has a little bed cover on it. Usually when you pick it up, there's at least going to be a nice clean fitted sheet. They're actually all in my truck right now. Storage here, all of these should be empty for you. There is also a nice accent light right there. So empty storage. This is a king bed, super awesome. Very spacious floor plan right here. The emergency exit is over there. In this unit, I almost forgot something. This is kind of what I use to level in this unit. There's just a little level here, so you can use that to level the unit before you come in and stuff. I just set it over there in that corner. I think that's it. If you guys have any questions, feel free to, like I said, message me, text me. It's ultimately your responsibility to know how to use this properly and safely, and I'll be the best resource I can, throughout your entire trip to make sure that you don't have any issues. Okay, and one more time, thank you for your business. I appreciate it, and I'll see you guys soon.